Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Wednesday, happy hump day. I am Gigi, and this is Walking 1K with Gigi. You know, I'm encouraging you Monday through Friday to get your walk on, get at least 1,000 steps because there's so many benefits to walking. Oh, it's a nice day today. Yesterday, Pastor and I had to sit in the car and do the video because it was just so rainy. The sun is not out today, not the SUN, but the SON is always out. But I'm telling you, it is a beautiful day because you know what? This is a day that the Lord has made, and we're rejoicing and we're glad in it. You know, I got a nugget for you today. I got a gym nugget for you today, inspired by our daily bread devotional. This is what 1 John 1, 6, and 7 says. If we claim we have fellowship with him and yet walk in darkness, we lie and do not live out the truth. But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Jesus, his son, purifies us from all sin. You know, this is my gym nugget today. Walking in darkness is a choice. Walking in darkness is a choice. Choose light. Choose light. You know, as I was reading, you know, a lot of times we say, oh, the reason we do things, you know, like Flip Wilson said, the devil made me do it. And yes, we're tempted. But when it comes down to the fact, it's a choice. It's always a choice. You either choose to walk in darkness or you choose to walk in light. You know, Deuteronomy, I like Jesus. He's a teacher, and he's one of those teachers that even gives you the answer. You know, it says, I set before you like a test, life and death, blessings and cursings. And you know, he turns around and says, choose life that your uh, that you and your seed will live. You know, last night um, we were talking about a family called the Rechabites. Jeremiah 35. The whole chapter was about this family that had followed God's commands for centuries. And when Jeremiah put some wine before him and said, drink the wine, they said, no, we ain't drinking wine because our ancestors told us not to drink wine and some other things, and they followed that for centuries. And that was a lesson for Jeremiah because Jeremiah used this family as an example to Judah. He said, I'm your father, and you have not listened to me, Judah and Jerusalem, and you should have been like this Rechabite family, because you know what the commandment says with promise to honor your father and your mother. In other words, obey them, that your days may be long upon the land that the Lord thy God giveth thee. And he used that as an example. And there were some comments last night from our audience because they were saying that they wish that their children and their loved ones and their families was like the Rechabites. And sometimes it gets frustrating, although they had trained their children in the way that they should go. Some even said they felt guilty because their families and children continued not to walk in the right way. They refused to walk in the light. And we tried to encourage them to say, don't feel guilty because of the choices that they made. They have been given the choice, and you have to pray that they will make the right choice. You know, it's just like Paul said. He said, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And this is the part. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed. And see what we tried to encourage uh, those last night. Don't get frustrated because your loved ones are still being hard-headed. Keep praying for them that their minds will be renewed, but realize, and this is what we said last night, it's their choice. It's their choice. You know, it says right in here, it says, 1 John 1 6 refers to sin as darkness. Walking, here it is, walking in darkness isn't a momentary lapse, but a choice to keep engaging in wrongdoing. Wow. John reminds us that our holy God is light, and in him there is no darkness. So when we claim a relationship with him, yet willfully continue sinning, we lie and do not live out the truth. So we want to choose to walk. It's a choice. The devil, Noah, Jesus has strings on us. We have a choice. Walking in darkness is a choice. So we need to turn them over into the hands of the Lord. And another reason that we should walk in the light so that we can help somebody else and that they may glorify. That's what Matthew 5:16 says. Let your light so shine. Oh, it's so necessary that you be a light. It says, let your light so shine that men will see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. You know, last night I asked the people that came on, because we were talking about families, and I kind of opened it up and I said, just name some famous families or prominent families that you know about. And there were those that, you know, they said the Rockefellers and the Kennedys and the Obamas and the Wayans, even the fictional family, the Cosby family, and so forth. And you know, one of our members said the Gilmore family. That made us feel kind of good, you know, because I ran across a song today, a new song I hadn't heard before, because I was looking for a song that talked about letting your light so shine. And I ran across this song by Rachel Nemiroff. And one part of the song that stood out for me, it says, anywhere this life may lead you, don't hold back, because someone needs you. Let your light shine, let your light shine, let your light shine. Oh, we have a responsibility as children of God to walk in this light, to live in this light, because someone needs to see you live and walk in the light so that they will walk in the light. Because I also said that last night to some of the people that were on, that besides training them and showing them the way to go, you be the example, you be the light before them. Sometimes even after all of that, they still remain the same. But you do your part. You be the light. Let your light shine. That's like it says anywhere. I like that line in that song by Rachel Nemiroff. Anywhere this life may lead you, don't hold back. Don't hold back. Letting your light shine, because someone needs you. Let your light shine. Let your light shine. That's my song of the day. You can see that on my Facebook post. And listen to the lyrics of that song. Let your light shine. Because don't forget, walking in darkness, it's a choice. You need to choose light. You need to choose light. All right. Thank you for this little bit of time that I've been sharing with you today. Don't forget to subscribe to the Jim Nugget channel. People are subscribing all over the world. This last night, we had a new person on Church School Live, Liliana. She told us to call her Lily, all the way from Portugal, y'all, Portugal. And she said she really enjoyed it, and she's going to come back and listen to our sharings. And we welcome you again. All of us welcome her on the Jim Nugget last night. So you subscribe to the Jim Nugget. Tell your friends. Share with somebody. We're right on the edge of 66 1,000 subscribers. To God be the glory. Oh my goodness. And I got to tell y'all one more thing. I've been talking about it. But you know, right now, we got 25 more days until what? The 13th anniversary of our church, Grace Entwined Ministries. Oh, it's going down. It's going down on November the 9th. You can be part of it, whether you're near or far. Now, if you're near, you know you're invited to the celebration. But if you're not so near, why don't you support us by going to Grace Entwined Ministries.com with a donation of 13, 13 years, $13 or more, um, because we're going to have some special pages in our special anniversary program. There's going to be a gold page, there's going to be a diamond page, and there's going to be a platinum page. So depending on your amount, that's the page you go on. You know, the gold is the lesser one, and we got a whole lot on the gold page so far. We just got a couple of people on the diamond page, and that platinum page, which is 1,300 and up. Not yet, not yet, but I'm still holding out hope. But if you want to be in that and support you, your organization, your church, your business, please get that in by October the 31st, because we don't want to leave you out of our special program. So again, you can either support us at Grace Entwined Ministries.com. Make sure you say it's the anniversary donation, or you can mail it to Grace Entwined Ministries, GEM 3923 Deep Creek Boulevard, Portsmouth, Virginia 23702. We would love it. You can do just like one of our viewers from Maryland, Kenya. Thank you so much for your support of our anniversary. But we don't want to leave anybody out, because you know what? Our theme is we're still standing, because this is the Lord's doing, and it's marvelous in our eyes. But as I finish up today, don't forget what I said. According to 1 John, good morning. According to 1 John 1, 6, and 7, walking in darkness is a choice. Choose life.